Hello everyone, and today I want to talk about peasantry, food production, and growth. I'm putting them all together because you will see it always goes together, all of them. I want to start by showing you the treasury. In the commentaries you have the 6,284 income from peasantry. I want to talk about the bonus you can get from food production, like 25% food from farming, here as you can see. If we higher the taxes a bit, if we hire it more, we can get 50% plus from food production. It cost us in public order, as you can see. Yeah, that's it for that. You can see the food in here. As you can see, the more food we have, the more bonus from income from peasantry we have. And we get also bonus to the reserves as well. You know what? I will also talk about the reserve a bit in this video. Yeah. So let's start with the castles. You have the government support tab, which gives you like the chain that gives you 20 like bonus for food production and income from peasantry. The higher you go, the bigger the bonus. As you can see, it splits into left and right, and I would recommend you to always go right. And I will explain now why. If you go right, you can see that the amount of food production bonus you can get is 150% and the 50% income from peasantry. If you go left, you can see you can get only 100% food production and 50% income more from peasantry, which is not that much big of a deal. I would take the food production bonus any day. Land development. So in here you get, as I said, you see it goes together. The population growth, the food production, the income. This is in land development. The higher you go, the better the bonus you get. I would always recommend you to go left here. Let me explain why. If you go left, you get the same population growth like if you go right, and the same military building construction cost reduction. The difference is in the food production and in the income. If you go right, you get an incredible decrease in food production, and plus you get like a more income from peasantry. 130 is the difference. Like if you deduct 280 from like 150 from 280, you get 130 base income from peasantry difference. But the food is enormous, the food difference, because plus 5 food production. If you compare it to minus 18, it's not really only 5 against minus 18, because you always get bonuses in this game. You get in the reforms, you get in the buildings. Like these buildings, for example, give you 150% food production. So actually this 5 is easily going to get to 20. So if you take 20 and you deduct minus 18, so it's 20 minus 18, so it's actually 20 plus 18, so it's like 38 difference between these two buildings if we are using the bonus from all the other buildings and the reforms. So I would always go left. Grain storage, this one is for public order, reserve capacity, and military building construction cost reduction. I usually use some other building for public order, and the reserve capacity is not that much big of a deal. So even though it reaches 10 public order, I usually don't use it. I use the temple ones, which actually reach 16 public order, and I use the garrison one that can reach 12 or 10 public order, but it also gives you a garrison. So this gives you maximum 10 public order. If maybe I don't know. I barely can even imagine the situation in which I will actually build the granary or the grain store. Actually, I can imagine one scenario in which one of the missions will sometimes say like to build a grain storage for building from this chain building. So I'm building it, and then I'm destroying it, and then I'm getting like a bunch of money. So that's why I'm actually using it. But otherwise, I would never ever build it. Okay, that's it for that. I want to emphasize that in this kind of territories, when you have like 2 agriculture buildings, these 2 buildings are very, very important. Even if I will have one of those, I would still build these 2. And let me explain why. and I will always try to upgrade as much as I can. You will have to go to the reform for that. Let's say if I want to upgrade that, I will just press this button, and it will show me what I need to upgrade. Let's calculate for a second. If I upgrade this settlement, it gives me 10 food plus 10 food production, and if I upgrade this one, it will give me 7, so it's like 17 the base. And if I will get this one to 5, it will give me 5. So 17 plus 5 is 22 base food production. Now let's start to calculate the bonuses, like 150%. And if you will like add to that the percentage from the reforms, you will easily get 200% bonus from income. So this not bonus, 200% bonus for food production. So this territory alone can produce in its full potential about 66 food. Now it's producing 57, but this is with characters. And I didn't even talk about the assignments, which I will get to it in a minute. I just want to get it done with all of the castle things. So I want to talk about the peasantry. You will get 110, and if you will upgrade it, 150 base income from peasantry here. In here 140, and in here you don't get any peasantry income. And from the castle level 8 you will get 75 base income from peasantry. And then we need to include the bonus to peasantry that we get from the castle size, which is in level 8. When we have 3.7 million people, we have 200% bonus to the peasantry income. And if we will look here, we will see that we have 350 base income from peasantry plus almost 400%, 396% bonus. So it's like 1,500 that we get from peasantry alone in this settlement. The thing that it also have influence on that is the administrators, and like for example the administrator gives you like all kinds of bonuses. If we look at for example at her, you can see she have 10% income from peasantry bonus, 5% income from all sources, which include that as well. She have also bonus to population growth, 15% income from all sources. So those people gives you a lot of bonuses to peasantry, the administrators. And you have also the counselors, for example. This one gives you 15% income from peasantry. You have the grand director, which gives you 25% bonus to food from farming and 25% bonus food from fishing. What else? You have the assignments, which also gives you all kinds of bonuses. Let's say I put in here, like on purpose, I will deduct them. Like if you will take this guy, Wang Ji, okay? I can show you the guy, Wang Ji, the guy. So I unlocked it, or Wang Ji, wait. It's not him. Okay, for some reason you have this one. No, it has to be. Maybe it's something else gives him that. Embarrassing. Okay. I think because he's farmer. Yeah, okay. Unlock assignment, agricultural development, and plus 20% food production faction 1 if this character is Prime Minister, heir, or faction leader. Yeah, so this is the bonus. That's why I got confused. So he can also do the agricultural development, and it gives us like the -2 construction time for agricultural buildings and 100% bonus food from farming. Let's assign him, for example, and we will get the bonus in the next turn and not in this turn. Let's take this guy, for example, and the champions are always the one that has to do with the food production bonuses and stuff. You can also see it in the reform, which we'll get to in a minute. Plus 50% food production, plus 4 food production. This is this assignment that I will give him. So these two guys will give me a lot of boost to this settlement in sense of food production. As you can see, the boss are going to stay a bit of a time. Like it says, yeah, 15 turns. Okay, and let's see this guy if it's the same. Yeah, it's also 15 turns. So for 15 turns, we're gonna be here on this assignment, and it will give us some more bonus from agriculture and the food production from agriculture. Now I want to talk about the reforms. As I said, the champions goes together with the food reserve, goes together with the growth, so go together with the peasantry income, goes together with the food production. As you can see, you have this is the part in the reforms. It has to do with those subjects and spearmen, by the way, because spearmen are the units of the champions, and also glaive, heavy glaive infantry, as you can see. This is heavy glaive and bow, but it doesn't matter. Halberd and all of the spear thing that good against cavalry units goes together, and also military supply is not a big deal, but it's also here. Replenishment. You see food from fishing, food from peasantry, food from food production, food from fishing. I would recommend you to, and satisfaction for champions. As I said, champions goes along together with it. What I do is usually I go to that branch together with the industry one pretty fast. Because this branch is really, really important. You really need the bonuses from the food, because this game is, the food thing is really a big deal. I will go to diplomacy for a second to show you the negotiation of the food. Let's say we want to sell some food to someone. Let's do a faction grouping. So let's go for Duchy of Wong. I already sold food to him. You see, I sold him 25 food, and he brings me 2,586 gold per turn. He had -9. That's why the amount of money he's willing to make is so high. He also is pretty rich. He has some money. I think his income is high, but now the money he have is not that much. But 1,372 is not that much. He have 5 commandery, which is decent. The bigger they are and the more rich they are and the less food they have, the more money they will give us for the food. Let's take Zhang Xin, for example. We can trade with him. Let's do like an offer food. You can see we have 36. I would take it down, okay? As you see, you have -4, and you can see here the differences in every time that I press that I'm offering him less food. You can see that every time I press it, it's about 0.7 reduction in in the positive factors. And you will see at some point, you see here, now it's got deducted by 1.5. So you need to keep an eye on that and see how much they will be willing to give you for each food you are offering them. For now, it's like 0.7 the difference, and now it's 1.5. You see, between 7 and 8.5, it's 1.5. Between 8.5 to 2.2, it's 0.7. So I would really keep that in mind. Like if you will do it again, it will put the entire 36. You see, it's only 17. It's not like so much. Like we deducted now like 4 food, and it deducted 0.4. So in here, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to give him that much food, probably because he doesn't need that much food. So we're gonna deduct it for something reasonable. I think, let's say the 13. I thought that in here, yeah, 14 is fine. Yeah, 15. You see, now that I deducted 1, like between 14 is we get 14.8 positive factor, and 15 we get 14.9. So it only gives us 1. And if we look at 14 and 13, it's like 14.8 to 14.1. So we should take the 14 one, and let's say require regular payments. Yeah, we can. He's not that rich, so he will not give us that much. You saw that Zuchi of Zong really gave us much more. Let's like finish the deal just for the video. What else? Assignment I did, characters, followers. I just want to show you something, a small thing about the follower thing, about the girl. Yeah, she have a follower of 10% income from peasantry, and also surplus distribution is a long-term assignment. I think this one is also has to do with some food and stuff. So yeah, this is why I want to show you that the income from peasantry can be affected by the characters and the followers they have. Yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted. Okay, that's it for this episode. I hope you liked it. Enjoy. Bye bye.